Hello and welcome. My name is Stephanie Dawn. I'm the chair of the Million Mom Movement, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. Welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. We are talking all about infertility and nutrition. And if you didn't know there was a connection, you're not alone. So, first of all, I want to talk about what is the Million Mom Movement. The Million Mom Movement is a movement of many. We are moms, dads, grandparents, aunties, uncles, concerned citizens about the toxins in our food. And we gather together every week on Fridays at an event called Fierce Friday, which you can learn more about from the person that invited you. So we are a community of devoted, active people who are really interested in helping each other with our health and with our wealth. And I'll say more about that later. The Lunch and Learn is an opportunity for us to dive a little bit more deeply into topics of concern that are happening to a large degree here in our country and all over the world. Actually, last month we went deep into postpartum depletion, depression, psychosis, and nutrition. And next month, we're going to be talking about women and girls and body image. So today, though, we're talking about infertility. And infertility is, it's actually epidemic in our country. I have so many girlfriends. If you can relate, or if you've had experiences with infertility, will you drop a 1 in the chat and just let me know your thoughts about what it is that I'm saying? And if you are either experiencing that or you know people that are. Yeah, it's happening, right? It's happening every day. We hear about people that are trying to conceive and are having difficulties. And so I'm excited to share with you some stories today of women who were on the conception path and had an incredible transformation. So without further ado, I would like to bring on, well, actually, before I do, we're going to be hearing from 3 women, and then we're going to be talking about the nutrition that helped them. Okay. So we're going to be here for about 30 minutes. And if you can stay for the entire 30 minutes, great. If not, there will be a recording. And then we'll talk about the possibility of you sharing what it is that we have here, because this is the way that we grow the Million Mom Movement, is by helping other moms and dads to share what it is that we have. So I'll say more about that at the end. All right. Well, without further ado, I'd love to bring on Aneesha Grant. Are you there, Aneesha?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Hi, welcome. It's so great to see your face. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well too. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I am 5 months pregnant and I feel really good. So it feels good to say.
Magnificent. Congratulations. And this is your
Thank
second
you.
baby, right?
Yes, second baby.
Will you talk with us a little bit about your fertility path, Aneesha?
Yeah, so I have been on the superfoods for 4.5 years. I have been using the 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation just interchangeably with some cocoa hydrate and a few other a la carte products. And it's been a part of my lifestyle. Like I live and breathe super aminos. It's just a part of what I do every single day without fail. And it has given me such great energy, and it's allowed me to share with so many people and just see what a great experience it's been for them. So I've been using it for 4.5 years, and I've heard incredible stories about people conceiving on the products and how certain products help, with your spouse, with sperm count, with you, with, bringing your body, all the products bring your body, help bring your body to an alkaline state, but also increase protein in your body, really helps with conception. So right before our beautiful baby was, conceived, me and my partner actually both went on a 30-day ultimate lifestyle with the holistic fitness pack. So we were doing twice a day protein shakes. So we were actually doing the ultimate lifestyle with the Power Shake, the Super Aminos, the Apothecary, and the Biometic, and then we went into a 10-day athlete's transformation. So that's exactly how we, worked our products, and that started in January. So, we've been on the core 4, really intense, eating really clean, just knowing that the Power Shake really brings your body into an alkaline state, and focusing on Biometic, just the 1 in the morning, 1 at night, 2 in the morning, 2 at night as the loading dose, just making sure that our body is really nourished and our gut is super supported. And then we moved into a 10-day accelerated transformation, just knowing that we really wanted to feel really good and accelerate our results and just challenge ourselves. Like, we're all about challenging ourselves. And literally 3 days after I finished the 10-day transformation, our baby was conceived. So, I mean, it's a testament to the products, because my body was in an incredible alkaline state. And with the can't beat this, with the MVP protein, with the Power Shake, the Aminos, like, your body is so supported. It's so clean. It's so alkaline. It's ready. Your body's ready to bring life into the world. So, and all of my friends before, I was pregnant, anyone who's been on a fertility or wanting to bring a baby into the world in the next few months, I always get them on these superfoods, because I know and I've seen the results with so many other people. And that's why I knew, I was like, I'm going to get pregnant after both of us do this. I knew it. Like, I knew it in my heart, because I was like, I've seen so many stories like this,
Right.
and we're eating so clean, and we're, both doing this. It's inevitable. Like, it's going to happen. And it sure enough did. And, it was really reassuring was, before you think about conceiving a baby, all of your prenatal vitamins, it always says start taking prenatals like a couple months before you conceive. Obviously, I wasn't trying to bring a baby into the world, it just happened. But it was really reassuring, because I knew that I was getting like really great quality nutrition, because I was using these superfoods every day. And just for those who are asking, I have not had problems conceiving before. I had a child when I was 17 years old, and now 10 years later, I am pregnant again. So it wasn't, I was having trouble conceiving and then now I conceived. It's more of, I put my body in the correct position, and I nourished myself properly, and your blessings come to you. So I knew I wanted a baby in the next year, so it was something that was on my mind, and it was something I was kept willing into the world, and it just happened for me in this time. And I almost knew exactly that it was going to happen, because we were both taking such incredible care of our bodies. And we are naturally very health conscious people, but you always get to that place in your life where you want to take it up a notch. And the new year brings that on for all of us. And we moved, and we were just like, hey, let's really take it up a notch in these next couple months. And now I am 5 months pregnant and feeling really good.
So you mentioned the Biometic. Will you please speak to what's going on with glyphosate in our food and why that product really matters?
Yeah. So glyphosate is huge. It is really, it's a chemical that's actually banned in many countries, and it is in 75% of our food. There was actually a urine test study done back in 2015, and it was 93% of the US had glyphosate tested in their urine. And glyphosate is a toxic chemical that is in our food. It can't be cooked off, it can't be washed off, and it destroys your gut microbiome. And your gut is responsible for your immune system, your serotonin, your feel good hormone, like all of that. So it's really important that your gut is in a really healthy state. And, I talk a lot with people about, hey, they're eating well, they're drinking enough water, they're doing this, they're doing that, but they still feel sluggish. They're still not losing weight. They still have this bloat like they're pregnant. And I'm like, okay, well, how's your gut? You're not digesting, you're not breaking down. That's what's happening. That's the problem here. So, when we think about the gut having such a large part, part in our system, in our digestion, in our assimilation of our food, in our immune system, in our mood. It's important that it's supported and it's taken care of properly. And so what Biomedic does is it actually removes the toxic chemical from your body, and it supports your gut with prebiotics and probiotics. So it's really incredible, because with these 2 tablets in the morning, 2 tablets at night as the loading dose for 2 weeks, and then 1 tablet in the morning, 1 tablet at night going forward, it is like your daily self-care in supporting your gut, making sure your immune system is in top care, making sure your gut is supported. And what happens when you continuously eat the standard American diet, which has heavy in glyphosate, is that your the villi, so your gut is like here, and there's like finger like projections on the villi that grabs in the nutrients to pull into your gut. And what happens is when you eat those bad stuff, the villi gets flat, and then it can't pull those nutrients into your food. So you could be eating really good quality food, but guess what? Your body's not getting it, it's not digesting it, and it's not getting to you. You're not getting all of that energy and nutrients from your food because your gut is kind of wrecked. And that's most of us. That's most of the people who don't know about it. So that's why this product alone, glyphosate, is so important. And it's important for us. It's important for our kids. It's important for our spouses. Everyone needs to be on this. And one of the biggest takeaways, I remember giving it to my mom the first time, and me taking it the first time, it was like, the biggest takeaway was the mental clarity, like that 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock fog that you get every day just because it happens and we're running around. It doesn't happen when you have Biomedic, and you wake up feeling so much lighter. Like there are testimonials of people who have used glyphosate, and within a 2-week span, they've lost 7 pounds, and their stomach is inches flatter because they had this continuous bloat from all of the toxins held in their body, and they're just not being a correct digestion and assimilation program, system functioning properly. So
you said glyphosate, but you meant Biomedic. She meant Biomedic.
I meant Biomedic. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the product that removes up to 74% of glyphosate in a 6-week period of time. It's been clinically tested. So amazing, Aneesha. We're so happy for this pregnancy for you, and for your continued health and well-being during the rest of your pregnancy. And may you have a sacred birth, Mama.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thanks
Happy
for
to
being
share.
here. All right, now we're going to go to Ms. Jess Griffin. Are you there, Jess?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Oh, it's great to see your
Hi.
face. We've been chatting for a while now. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yay, I'm excited to have you. And will you tell us where you're zooming in from today, Jess?
I'm zooming in from Birch Bay, Washington. So I'm
Lovely.
in the upper left of Washington, right on the Canadian border.
Beautiful. You're near me, not too far, actually. I'm on Bay
Yeah.
Ridge Island. Yeah. So give us some backstory to your fertility journey, or your infertility journey. And you're currently pregnant, right?
I am.
She's gonna show us her bump. I love it. Oh, look at you. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm
Gorgeous.
actually in my 38th week. So any
Awesome.
day now, or any week now.
I remember those days. Yeah.
So yeah, my story is a bit different than Aneesha's. So I'm kind of an older mama. I'm 42, almost 43 actually. And my fertility journey really started when I was about 38. My husband and I kind of put it off, and I got to admit, I was a bit naive, and I thought all would be good. I'm healthy. I had really regular periods. I hardly had PMS. What I thought, I ate well. I ate, mostly organic. I just figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal when we started trying. It would happen, but it didn't. And so for about 2 years, we just kind of tried. I didn't do a whole lot to kind of shift things dietarily. I was just sort of like letting it be natural. But nothing really happened during that time in terms of getting pregnant. But I did start to sense that maybe I was conceiving, but then losing it pretty quickly because my periods did start to get a little wonky. So I did go to a gynecologist at the time, and they told me, "Oh no, you're healthy. You're fertile. You get, you're regular. Nothing to worry about." So I thought, okay. And I didn't do any testing because I wasn't really interested in doing IVF or anything like that. I knew that if it was going to happen, it would happen naturally. And so at that point, I decided to look a little more into my diet, and I did get a juicer at the time, and I started juicing in the morning and eliminating some coffee, but still really, I was still ingesting things like other stimulants like alcohol, meat, dairy, sugars, greens. I wasn't eliminating inflammatory foods. I didn't really even know much about it at that time. I just thought, well, I'm eating organic, I eat whole foods. I ate well, but I still wasn't getting pregnant. And then around, I was starting to kind of do things like acupuncture too for fertility. And then around 40, almost 41, I did get pregnant, but that pregnancy only lasted about 7 weeks. And so I was like, okay, well, I can get pregnant, but not sticking around. And then about 6 months later, I got pregnant again, and again, did not stay pregnant. So at this time I went to the gynecologist again to check in, and, she told me, "You're healthy. Miscarriage is normal." And, again, at the time, I still wasn't really interested in doing tests. And she actually said, "Well, we won't do testing until you've had at least 3. So I thought, okay. Well, at this point, I decided I have to dig deeper. And so I dug a little deeper, spiritually, as well as kind of looking at my nutrition. And I think the two go hand in hand because it can be hard to change your diet.
Yes.
It's not easy.
No.
It's not just, it's psychological, our habits of eating and what we ingest. It runs deep, and it's not easy to just make that change for everyone. So I was doing a lot of internal work and really looking at myself and figuring out what I really wanted. And I realized that having a baby was something that was really central to what I wanted in my life. And so I really, at this time, so I had my second miscarriage in March, and around February, I had been seeing a friend sharing about a cleanse she was on and feeling really good. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. But at the time, I wasn't really ready for it. It was right before I had that second miscarriage. And then in the summer, so then I dove into the summer of getting a little more into like, okay, what's happening here? I saw her again advertising about, not advertising, but sharing on her social media about how she was going to do a cleanse, and she was ready to feel, reset her body. And I thought, I just had this like feeling then, whereas, a few months earlier, I was like, not ready for that. I just had this yes feeling, like, this just sounds really good. And I connected with her, and I just right away knew I wanted to give it a try. So in September, I did the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and I eliminated all those things that I really had a hard time eliminating on my own. There's something about committing for me, that committing to this like program that really helped me eliminate the coffee, eliminate things like alcohol, meat, dairy, sugars, grains.
Right.
It was hard otherwise, I'll have to admit. But I was taking in these amazing superfoods, and I did have some detox symptoms in terms of coffee withdrawal. That was kind of hard, but I got through it over the first like week or so, and I just felt amazing. And I remember around the mid-month when I was taking the Parasite Cleanses, right around the time I was ovulating, and I thought, because every month when you're trying, especially this was my 4th year now of trying, every month is like oh, this is the week, right?
Yeah.
Let's have fun. And I actually remember I spoke with Carrie, who's a amazing detox specialist, and I was kind of expressing to her like, this is my week, and I'm worried about taking this Parasite Cleanse because, it'll likely make it so I don't get pregnant. She was like, that's true, but you don't want to get pregnant right now. You really actually maybe even want to wait 90 days and continue. And she kind of walked me through that, and I thought, you're right, I don't. And I didn't get pregnant, and I did the Parasite Cleanse, and I by the end, I have to admit too, when I started, I thought I'm going to just do this and we'll be done. I don't know if I'll continue, but by that point, I had already signed up my smart order for the Core 4 to continue. I didn't do another ULT, but I continued on with the Core 4, which is taking those products, but continuing to nourish your body on that cellular level. And so I did that. And then sure enough, the next month, I had a positive pregnancy test in October. And again, now I'm 38 weeks pregnant. And it's just kind of amazing. And I can't help but think that resetting my body with that nutrition, that true deep cellular nutrition and detoxification is what really did it. Because I had been on that journey for a number of years and thinking I was healthy, thinking I was eating well, but there's just deeper, more, again, and Aneesha talked about that gut health. I really think that's so much what happened for me, is that healing of the gut, or at least the beginning of the healing of the gut, and then that connecting to hormones. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Jess, congratulations. So beautiful. I really appreciate your story and the journey that you've been on, and just how you've taken your health seriously. I think that's what we all really need to be doing here, is taking our health seriously and realizing that there is a connection between toxins in our diets and fertility. I've been hearing stories since I joined this community 5 years ago about women who have conceived after doing our protocols. So it's just so beautiful to like gather you together here in this little Zoom room, for you to share. And just all the best to you, Jess, as you continue to walk the path of motherhood, and may you have a sacred birth. Yeah, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, stay in touch, please. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here. Okay, now we are going to go to, I believe we're going to Hawaii, to Angela Allesio. Are you there, Angela?
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. Oh, thanks so much for being here. I know you've got so much going on in your life right now.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Yeah.
And are you in Hawaii?
Actually, I'm in Santa Cruz, California now, but I spent
Okay.
like the last almost 15 years on the island of Kauai. So
Oh, beautiful. Well, Santa Cruz is amazing too. So
yeah,
I lived there for a time. So Angela, share with us your journey here, because I know there's been quite the journey for you. So thank you for being here.
absolutely. So my story is a little different than the first two mamas, and I just want to say congratulations to the both of you. Super exciting time in your lives. And so my journey is that I'm also a little bit older. I'm now 40 years old. And I didn't really decide that I wanted to try to conceive until my late 30s. So I knew I thought I had that going against me at the time, because there's all this information saying that your fertility declines after 35. And I just want to debunk that right now, because that is completely not true. And I've
Agreed.
worked with, natural path doctors and
Not at all.
holistic fertility experts that say that is not true. So anyone that is older, advanced maternity age, as they like to call it, who's trying to conceive, just have faith. So I kind of, had to get over that hump psychologically. I also had, I've been battling Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune condition, for pretty much all of my 30s. And I was put on levothyroxine, which is a prescription medication, even though I was like in my heart not wanting to do that and really not, wanting to go down that route, because I also like to live, holistic life as much as I can, eating really healthy, drinking clean water. I lived in Hawaii, just exercising, all the things. So I went, kind of against my own will on levothyroxine for about 3 years. And some of my symptoms did go away and at the time, but then I slowly started seeing them creep back in. I was losing my hair, I was battling depression, I was getting, just gaining weight. And I was like, what's the point of this? Why am I doing this? This doesn't seem, this doesn't make sense. So I took a real deep look at my hormones at the time, and my TSH and my TPO. And for anybody who knows anything about Hashimoto's, those are kind of your general, thyroid numbers. And they were still skyrocketing. And I'm like, okay, let's look at my nutrition. And a couple of my girlfriends on Kauai, probably most of you know them, brought me into the Purium lifestyle. So I started just Core 4 and, taking the products just as a consumer, taking the products and, feeling better and noticing that like my symptoms started going away. And I'm like, okay, this is a plus. I'm just going to keep going with the Core 4 for maybe a couple of years. And like I said, this was before my infertility journey. I didn't really know if I wasn't trying to conceive at that time. So Core 4 I did for a couple of years. And then when my husband and I decided to try to conceive, my TSH numbers were pretty good. I was able to slowly come off the levothyroxine with the support of my naturopathic doctor. So if anybody has that condition, I would just be careful, when you're trying to come off, because it is really important that your TSH and your TPO numbers and your hormone numbers are kind of in an ideal range. And you won't really know that until you do blood work, and you have to kind of work with somebody on that same page if you're going that route. So I slowly kind of started coming off of the prescription medication and then introducing more Purium products at that time. So because of the autoimmune, I actually use the Super Meal Love because of the sprouted grains in the shake versus the Power Shake, which is really important for women with any thyroid conditions. So I started using that and with my Core 4. And then, once I was able to come off of my prescription medication fully, and my husband and I started to try to conceive, things went actually pretty well because we got pregnant like right away, but then I lost it. And so I did have a miscarriage. And then I really realized, okay, I need to be really, very calculated here. And so I actually just found this because I'm moving. I started testing my luteinizing hormone, which are pea strips that you can just get at the store, and you can test to see exactly when you're ovulating, which is really fascinating. And there's a window of like day 12 to 15 that your luteinizing hormone spikes, and that's when you release the egg. And if the sperm comes in at the right time, you get fertile. So I started, doing that. And then I also simultaneously started using the white American ginseng, the Virusure, the fulvic zeolite, the green spectrum, and the vitamin C. So those were the Purium supplements that I used. And I'm happy to write this in the chat, because I'm just going to kind of try to make this quick. And then I also, at this time, was introducing these products to my husband and talking him into doing the cleanse with me, because as Jess said, it's hard to change your diet and to have your, partner on board. to do a cleanse, it can be challenging when there's also so many other things that are happening. But, the health of the sperm is equally as important as the health of the egg and your uterus. So that's really important for men to know. It's not just all on our plate here. Men, if you're here and listening, you be on board with the cleanse. Because
great point, Angela. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, because it's key. And so, as we started, doing more Purium products, I started doing, more lemon water, celery juice. I started taking a couple more vitamin prenatal and a few other vitamins that really were supportive of my system during that time that
Right.
I worked with my naturopath. And then we both did the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And that was, let's see.
There's that word again. It keeps coming up. The
That
ULT. It's
the ULT.
it's the
Yeah.
answer.
It is. And there were some modifications because of my thyroid condition that I needed to be careful of. Because of the miscarriage, I had to be careful. My hormones went wonky again. So probably a lot of you know about Rachel Balansat. She also struggles with Hashimoto's. So I spoke with her and we kind of figured out, well, I figured out over a period of time how to do both.
Great.
Because battling Hashimoto's and getting pregnant, there's a lot of complex and conflicting information, even when it comes to Purium products.
I know.
So, so I just went with my gut, literally. Biomedic gut. And I kind of created a protocol for myself. And then ultimately after the ult with the Purium supplements, some non-Purium supplements, we got pregnant in, May of last year. And I just recently gave birth to my daughter. So,
Angela.
Yeah, you can bring her over if you want.
Oh, please. We'd love to see her. Oh, awesome. Gosh, thank you so much. You've been getting a lot of love in the chat here, girl. And so I'm gonna now segue. Thank you for being here, Angela. Oh yeah, we got the baby time. Woohoo! Look at that superfood baby.
Baby.
So amazing. Welcome to the world, sweet one. Oh, bless you all. Well, I'm going to segue to talk a little bit more about what Angela's been referring to as the ULT, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and the Daily Core 4, really. So the Daily Core 4 is 4 products that make up the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And the ULT is like a 30-day program, which we highly, highly, highly recommend. You heard it here from all these ladies. They got pregnant after doing the ULT. And so it is a profound glyphosate detox. It is a parasite detox. It is a metabolic reset. And it's just like a 30-day inner shower. You're just cleansing all the bad stuff out, and nourishing, detoxing and nourish. That's become like a mantra for me in my own life, actually, with my own health journey that I'm on. And so, but so many of us can be benefited by, we're focusing on fertility today, but there are many things that this nutrition can help. So I just want to make sure that everyone realizes that. But the Daily Core 4 is the Biomedic, that is the product that removes the glyphosate out of the body. The Super Aminos 23, which is the pure vegan protein, which I call Mommy's Magic Pills. They help me get off of a 25-year daily morning coffee habit. Then there's the Power Shake, which is the veggies and the superfoods in a green shake. Delicious. And then there's the tart cherry syrup, the apothecary, which is anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, has naturally occurring melatonin in it, and is highly anti-cancer, I might add. It is the most nutrient-dense fruit in the world. So that's a Daily Core 4. And when you start flooding your body with that Daily Core 4, that's going to be altering your cravings. It's going to be altering what you decide that you want to put into your body and what you decide you do not want to put into your body, it's going to change your taste buds. It changes everything, right, ladies? I mean, it really helped me to just, I've dropped 50 pounds. That's my story. Dropped 50 pounds. And now I'm healing cancer naturally, just so that you know what I'm dealing, breast cancer, I might add. So it's really helped me foundationally in terms of what I'm doing every single day. And so the ULT is the daily core 4, but it's the degree to which you're doing it. You're doing it way more than just once a day. You're doing it. You have 3 different options for protocols, and I'm not going to get into all that right now. Reach out to the person that that invited you to be here, and they will help you to dial in exactly what you need. Okay. We highly recommend the ULT, but you do have options. All right. But if you're serious, I mean, I know women and men, couples are spending thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars for infertility treatments. And this is just a few hundred. So I don't really want to go much deeper into the products. The person that invited you here is going to be more than happy to share with you about what will work for you, because you're unique, and we want to tune into what will benefit you. All right. And ask you questions. And that is the beauty of what we have here, is that you have support, you have love, you have online support, and you have in-person support. And then I would also like to say, what I spoke to at the top of this call in terms of furthering this mission of the Million Mom Movement to reach more people faster and to help them make the connection between toxins, glyphosate, synthetic chemicals and pesticides in our food. If you're interested in learning more about that, I want to invite you to go to I Share Purium, I Share Purium, I Shop Purium. If you just want to get the products, you're going to need a discount code from the person that invited you. They'll be so happy to give it to you. And but I Share Purium is where you're going to learn about the business and the opportunity that we have to really create another stream of income for yourself and your family. Be a stay-at-home mom or dad if that's what you want to do, and really help people get healthy and wealthy. So thank you so much for being here today. I'm so grateful to our speakers, Aneesha, Jess, and Angela. Many blessings to you on your journey of pregnancy and birth and the postpartum term. I want to add that the postpartum term is really important, Angela. So make sure you up your self-care and your self-love, and really keep nourishing your body with those superfoods. And all the best to you. Thanks everyone for being here. Bye-bye.